Alright, hey guys, welcome to the video. I just woke up, but management said I need to record this, so here we are. Let's whip it out.
What would it be like to control all the oil in the world?
Yeah, so this part was actually inspired by that guy that was banned many times. Shout out him. Here this took a while to make. There's a bunch of different, and yeah, this is actually two screenshots stitched together. You might be able to tell if you pause it, but I hope I made it look kinda smooth.
You're smart enough to read. You know we're playing as the US today. But we're not just doing any old US.
Yeah, they changed the UI by the time I made this, man. It's so annoying. Shout out if you love Syria.
The US is a democratic nation. It can't just declare war on others all willy-nilly, billy-silly. So
damn, he can rap.
Do is turn fascist or communist, since that would make expansion much easier. However, I believe in American freedom and democracy.
This is inspired by Cash's HOI4 video. Shout out Cash.
By the way, I'm using the
helped me a bit with this video.
So the game is a bit more interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that's one of those viewfinder things that you can do.
He's still trying
I'll
to
show
make
you
America
Animal
less
Crossing.
oppressed. I would personally recommend going outside and
Yeah, this is some free stock footage I found.
Apparently, the only way
It's a
to
good
fix
website. This is all
policies.
just stock
However,
footage.
to enact those and fix the country, we need the support of Congress, who currently doesn't like me. I love democracy.
Yeah, I found this GIF. I was so happy that I found it. It's so cool. Man, I love SpongeBob, bro. I gotta watch that again.
As I mentioned
That's
earlier,
actually a Silk Song music. Here I was gonna use the Mickey Mouse thing that just got uncopyrighted, but
the only issue is we need to keep
it didn't fit so well.
support over 40% for some focuses, but if it goes over
Yeah, this
50%,
animation took a bit to figure out how to
so we need to make
do
sure
it
to walk a fine
in a good
line
way.
between those two. Also, I need FDR to
Man, what
lose
did
the
happen to
election
that
be
guy?
able to go down that path, so I let Alf Landon win instead.
That's actually
Next,
a
I decided
recording of
to reorganize the
Obama.
military.
Unreal.
Since we've got the potential to build a ton of factories in our vast country, it's best if we build our divisions.
Yeah, I think this is
around
the first time
artillery,
we're
which
actually
requires a lot of
recording
said
from
factories.
when I played.
Allow me
I think
to
the other stuff
introduce
was
that
recorded in post. This was supposed to look even better,
two
but
state-of-the-art artillery battalions and
then
an extra one
it
for
just looked so
support.
shitty and I couldn't
No
figure out how to
one
make it
would be
better,
able to
so I just
stand
made it even
our ground
shittier.
for us. Meanwhile, the entire rest of the world was engulfed by civil
Yeah,
war.
Call of
Japan,
Duty.
Peru, Spain, Mexico, the Congo, Indonesia. Everyone was having some kind of issue.
Man, what
The
happened
most
to
relevant
Serbia,
us,
bro?
though, was France, who somehow managed
That's
to
again, that's
successfully
two
convert
images stitched
communism
together
into
to get a
Soviet
nice zoo.
faction. That meant if someone like Germany decided to attack one another,
Bro, that music
they'd
goes
also
so
have to deal
hard
with their
though.
wife. But that also applied to us if we decided to take Soviet oil.
Yeah,
Good thing there
I
was
just
no
reused
war
this
going
shot
on
a
in
bunch of
Europe.
times.
Never mind. So Germany decided
That
to
was
invade
inspired
Poland
by
and all the Nordic
iPhone, if you
countries
couldn't tell.
simultaneously. How smart. And whoopsie, looks like the UK didn't like that, so they made an alliance with Poland.
I should add more visuals here, bro.
Bring democracy back to Europe.
Yeah, it's Better Call Saul if you didn't know. I actually had to put the background in because the only thing I could find was with a green screen.
While they were floating
That's
along
Lego
the coast,
City music,
Japan and
man.
China began fighting and
Shout
joined
out Lego
alliance
City
with
Undercover.
communists, respectively. That led to the beginning of a three-way in Scandinavia. Once
Yeah,
my
it's really cold
artillerymen arrived
in
London,
fucking
I decided
Finland,
to send
man.
most of my troops to Poland, because I love Poland. Let's give it up for Poland.
Let's give it up for Poland, guys. That was my belly.
Anyway,
Casus
there was
belly.
also a little front in Nazi Belgium after the British landed on their shores, so I sent a few dudes there. While we made some progress in the east, it turned into a bit of a stalemate. Luckily for us, though, a war broke out in the Alps. For some reason, neutral Switzerland
Yeah,
decided to attack.
I don't know how this
Guess
happened,
Heidi
man.
wanted some
But
of
this
her
is
friends,
real.
and she decided
Most of the
to
stuff
defend
is
us.
real. Some of the stuff is in different
Last time I led Austria to join the
orders
commies instead of us,
when I actually
despite
played
not
it,
being communist, but I couldn't
but it's
really
all
complain,
actually
since
stuff that
little
happened.
kerfuffle meant France joining the war and
I
tripling the
think.
size of Germany's western front. That pretty much spelled the end for Germany and let us race to Berlin. With
Shout
that
out
of the way,
Serial
we only needed
Experiments
to
Lane.
fight through the Alps, which was easier said than done. What's that? Another presidential election.
I hope I got
think
some
we need
people with
Frank
this
Bell.
sound effect because I made it pan to the side
Since it'll likely
so that
take
people
decades for a flatland
think it's their
division
phone or
to make it through
something.
the mountainous Alps, I came up with a completely original plan. I would send a naval invasion into Italy from the south.
I'm glad I got those cinematic shots looking good with the variable and stuff. Yeah, there was supposed to be green screen spit when I spit there, but all the ones I could find just looked like cum, so I just did a ripple transition.
So it wasn't over yet. I don't know how Switzerland is at the same level.
Yeah, I don't know how
as
this
the
happened,
greatest
man.
nation to ever exist.
There's like 2 people in
It took a
Switzerland.
couple weeks, but the Garter finally.
And I don't know what I
allowing
said
us
there,
to have
bro.
a peace deal. The commies and Japan being involved made things a bit.
Yeah, they need to fix the
This
peace
is
deals,
what the guy
man.
and I came up with.
I
It
don't.
might be good
I mean,
for
maybe this is the
exploring
mod, but
playthroughs, but for what we just went through.
yeah, you
nah,
kind of need the
a bit
player-led
of
peace
tinkering,
conferences if
this
you
is the
want this
best I could
stuff.
come up with. Let me know how wrong I am in the comments.
I made that
Now that was
emoji.
over,
It
time
wasn't
to
like
get to
that
the
before I
drama.
had to edit it to be
How
like
much
that.
oil did we get from that war? One state.
Shout out
Technically, it was
JoJo
one in
also.
Italy, but I didn't realize that until later.
That's from
Let's
part
just
5 he's singing.
One state with oil is not all states with oil. If I wanted oil, I had to get oil. So I oiled my
Oil and oiled all over the place.
And oiled all over the place. I had to take out the big boys. And right now, the big boys were ready.
Bro, I could have made this so much more epic.
You can't do it collectively.
But I didn't really have time.
See, the commies and I
it was funny to edge people.
Europe between each other, leading to a lot of borders shared between us, especially these two really big ones.
This Undertale sound effect.
That's about 1,000 times the distance you need to drive to get from one McDonald's.
That's not 1,000 McDonald's, but I hope it shows what I was trying to show.
All the borders and let them beat me. But I had a genius plan.
Dude, Poland is so big.
HOI4 has this cool mechanic that allows you to call your allies to join you in a war, but if you don't press it, they never do. So as long as I don't call anyone
I'm explaining stuff here for people who don't play.
Concentrate all my
but it's probably just gonna be HOI4 viewers, I'm gonna be honest.
Soviets if I did that, but as it turned out, they would be able to reach me. As a quick aside, there were several strange...
Yeah, I don't know why I did an old-timey thing, even though it's in the future.
But I can't not talk about this one. Apparently, the UK and Irish somehow started a war which...
I was gonna do more visuals here, but
for whatever reason,
I was just too lazy, man.
One division to protect the north, which let Ireland eat up
I
almost everything.
I hope it still turned out. I hope you guys still like it.
Kinda embarrassing.
Man, I've been playing so much Clash Royale recently, bro.
I started my invasion.
Yeah, why does he have cactus on, bro?
Boys decided it was a great idea to begin an invasion into Poland. No, Poland, no.
Yeah, I actually cried when this happened.
Luckily, I already had some troops along their border in case that happened. And luckily, my puppets weren't called in, because only I can do that. However,
yeah, let's go.
Installed in the outskirts of Paris,
I made Portugal a puppet also because they were like with the Germans or something. I should have given it to England, honestly, though. Would have made more sense.
Forgot to put up some defenses along the ports. That meant I had to take some troops off the southern front.
Yeah, this was annoying, man. This took a while to get out. I don't know how we did that, man.
At this point, I thought it was only right to call on my...
They had China on their side, bro.
This gave us the troops we needed to squeeze out the little red dudes, and even let us push into Sweden's tip until we hit snow.
Man, I want to visit Sweden one day and go to Minecraft.
The Krasnaya Ruka was somehow managing...
They should rename Stockholm Minecraft.
Superior firepower and the river between us.
Yeah, this was annoying, man. I was worried they were gonna take everything. But then I just went along the real-life border, basically.
I promise I'll be back. Please, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I cried, man. This was
one of the saddest moments I've ever had in my tenure of gaming. Even sadder than when Chase McCain died at the end of Lego City.
I actually recorded this with my copy of the game.
My friend. With a heavy heart, I ordered my troops.
Yeah, this is the wrong cinematic. I don't know. I think my notes were wrong when I was recording this.
Also,
but I couldn't be bothered to.
Really quick.
Yeah.
I accidentally pressed a button a year earlier that would make Germany exist again, so now it kind of existed. I would have gotten rid of it,
I don't know why
I
I let it exist, man.
Ally, so let it be.
I wasn't thinking.
It probably had a huge debuff to its military, so it wasn't even really worth it. Anyways, with the north and eastern borders secured and a freshly baked 48 divisions, I was ready to...
You guys like that transition? I'm like Drake.
But when I tried to launch another offensive, it didn't really work. It was so stagnant that this Spanish division decided it would rather do jumping jacks than try and fight.
You guys remember that in school? You had to do that when you were like 5?
Because China decided they were done allying with the wrong side.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but I don't know why they joined us again.
Right before joining our faction.
Because they didn't even declare war on the other Chinese warlords or anything.
Had a ton less troops. That gave me an idea. We could just keep fighting through France, or we could fight through France and open a new offensive into Spain. That meant they would have to...
Oh yeah, shout out Cass, he animated this.
France to help Spain, making it easier for us.
This was nice. He has some good zoomies, bro.
France, letting us roll through Spain. What ended up happening
the motion blur?
A mix of both. France delegated some troops to Spain, but they didn't end up doing much, so we just rolled through the entire...
Dude, they need to make a mod where all the little soldiers are actually Pikmin, man.
Now they thought it would be a good time to...
Maybe we can do that one day.
What a great
that could be a video, actually. Let me write that down later.
But it was actually a good time for...
Yeah, I don't know why he was saying that, bro.
There he is.
But yeah, Germany never made any troops, I don't think.
The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth.
This was annoying. I kept getting confused why I couldn't get control over the counties or the states.
Please ignore the portraits. For some reason,
but it was because they were cores. Yeah, come on, Cass. What the fuck, dude? Why would you do that? Yeah, that's actually him laughing and coughing. He recorded that for me.
Reserve men, meaning that for every casualty, there was one less American at the front, which is also what it normally means.
Yeah, this was kind of annoying.
You get what I'm saying? We needed another miracle.
I couldn't even change it that well in the laws because of democracy and stuff.
Without telling anyone.
Yeah, this thing cost $300,000 to make. $300,000? No, $300,000 something else.
I know it sounds a bit outlandish, but look at this little guy. He had to be right.
Yeah, I don't know. Dude, I made the image, I edited it to have the ears and stuff, and then I fed it into an AI.
I sent my best pilots on the mission.
And he knew that it was a tail and stuff. He just, I don't know how. Yeah, I was thinking I was gonna do a big cinematic at the end with more nukes and stuff, but I don't know.
With his body dissolved,
And yeah, it fucking froze, dude. The game was so laggy at this point, man.
Once again, the piece deal the AI came up with looked like a bowl of Caesar salad. So
That was so bad, dude.
Just kidding. But please don't laugh at what I came up with.
You guys didn't laugh when you watched this part, right?
Promise? Alright. Here it is. It looks kind of strange, but...
I was trying to make everyone tiny so that they couldn't rebel against me and stuff, you know? Like roleplay-wise.
Hey, sorry for the sudden...
Yeah, here I couldn't get the audio to sound the same on my other mic, so I just recorded on my shitty mic.
Anyways,
so it makes
at this
sense.
point in the run, I was getting really hungry for some good old American KFC. My PC
Dude,
was
KFC
getting
is so
hotter than
good.
that Patriot we dropped, so we'll have to continue this another day. By the way, Cass told me there's some new CK3 DLC releasing soon.
That's him
Let's see what
laughing
that's all
again.
about.
Yeah, it's the same outro as last time, but I cut it shorter a bit so that the retention doesn't go down. And that's me actually.